Finally, the long-awaited moment. It is time for Raw Talk Live. What's going on, family? It's yours truly, MS.B, along with girlfriend Peggy. Girlfriend Peggy, what you got going on over there?
Hey. All the usual.
I know that's right. And Brad is in the building. Hey, what's going on, Brad? How you doing?
What's going on? Bran Brewer, you already know.
Yes, gotta love it. Bran, you know we love you. We love your music. We love how you do what you do. It's always so sexy. And it's always so good. And that's the latest from you, Wave. Where did Wave come from, Bran?
And so, first, let me tell you, y'all look great. Y'all look great. Y'all see that
thank you. You look
doing y'all thing. And I want to thank y'all for inviting me on y'all show, Raw Talk. I appreciate it. As far as Wave, Wave is just something I came up with maybe a year ago. Because when you feeling like you all that, and y'all, ride the wave. You know what I'm saying? You want people to feel good. You want people to feel like, and I want the women to feel good and let the ladies know, let them ride your wave. Do your thing. It ain't all about, them fake bodies and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So, as long as you authentically you, anybody can ride your wave.
Yes, that's beautiful. I saw something on Facebook. This man said, if your ass used to be your stomach, I don't want to talk to you.
Well, it's a lot of that going on. Did you see the thing on social media where everybody was coming from Colombia and the airport was backed up because it was 20 women coming from Colombia? It was 20 or 30 of them. They was running out of wheelchairs. You ain't see it, and they kept causing big commotion because all of them went and got their bodies done at the same time. So all of them need wheelchairs. So the airport was running out of wheelchairs and stuff.
Damn, that's unbelievable. Shout out to Catherine Coco Heard in the building. Hey, boo, how you do? So nice to have you there. But no, I didn't see that. But but it is the thing, and it's a nice option to have. It's a good option to have. Because people don't be happy with it. They don't be happy with their body. They want something different. And somebody made it possible to happen. Now, if they can do some penis extensions that work.
Well, the funny thing is when they had, there was a little article going around that they were charging men to do penis enlargement. They had a sale on it for $999. If you follow on YouTube, I'll be posting it on my page because it'd be funny. Cause people, and a lot of people were saying, the post came out. They was giving a discount, but they was only giving a discount when the stimulus checks came out. So that's when the article came out. Yeah, you see all kind of crazy stuff online. So Ms. B, I don't know if you need a few people to handle that. They got a good check. They might can.
Somebody might be able to do it. But I tell you, I know somebody who went to, you hear it advertised on the radio. If you have ED problems or whatever, but they shoot your penis up with stuff, and then it might not never go down. You have this hurting, painful, permanent, almost permanent hard on, and then the person who did it, then it hurts so bad. Then you go to the emergency room, and do you know what they do to you when you go to the emergency room with that problem?
What they do is
they stick a needle in your penis and they draw out the blood.
Yeah, see,
to make it go down. Look, if you have a little penis, figure out how to work something else out. Get good on your
be happy with what you got. That whole needle thing ain't gonna work.
The key is being able to use what you have as well.
Huh?
The key is being able to use and work with what you got. Exactly. You got to work with it. Whatever you got to know how to work that thing.
Exactly. You got to know what your strong suits are in that. You got to know what you're good at and stick to what you're good at.
Yeah, you tell them,
I can't.
And you shouldn't, you just shouldn't bother the penis. It's precious.
You should. Yeah, I don't. You about to have me cross my legs right now. You certain things you can't. Certain things it just need to be left alone.
Some things just are better left alone for sure. For absolute sure, for most definite. Yes, yeah.
Let me say this. Just real quickly, I am an advocate for women and surgery. Whatever it is that they feel that they need to do to improve themselves, their bodies, their shapes, to make them feel good about themselves, do it. There's technology now, and like I said, there's some good surgeons out there right now. They're doing fabulous jobs. Stay away from the hotel rooms and the flat and stuff like that. But go and professionally get some things done to yourself because you deserve it. If you don't have the body that God gave you that you really want, like I said, go get it.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. But when it's like that botched work, then you just gotta see. A lot of people want to get them little quick $5,000, $6,000 jobs, and they don't have the money to upkeep. You gotta keep that's upkeep. You gotta make sure you maintain that thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I heard Coco Marie in the building say she don't want no man with no little thing. Hey, boo.
It's funny because I ask my homegirls all the time. Like I do these little questionnaires, and I ask my homegirls all the time. I want to ask y'all. So say for instance, because Coco says she don't want no man with no little thing. So let me ask you: the man of y'all dreams, husband, whatever the case may be, have everything y'all need. I mean, everything your heart's desire, the money, just everything. And he checked everything on your list. But the only thing is that thing look. Could you still be with that person? Hi, y'all quiet. That's how I be when I ask my old girls too.
Crickets. That's gonna be a tough one.
Crickets. So you said you can't deal with it. I mean, filthy rich. I mean, he could be a billionaire. Anything you want, he is. The only thing is that thing just a little schmedium. That thing.
I could deal with it because you know what? I have dealt with a gentleman with a very small aesthetics going on down there. And we rocked and rolled for a good year and a half, and that eventually became an issue for me only because of the attitude, and I feel the treatment that he was throwing out every now and then. You can't throw out attitude and not have it together down there. Those two not going to
work. You got to be nice all the effing time. You got to
be nice for 24/7, 99.99. And plus another 50% of the time. Yeah, you got to be super nice and super respectful and good. Rock and roll with that. So yeah, I could.
Yeah. Okay. Coco says that. I couldn't. So there. All right, but because I wouldn't even know all of the other things on the list that because I'm doing a package check early on. So, I wouldn't know all of the other things that are far with you. What?
I say it wouldn't get that far with you because you checking first.
I'm checking first. Coco says some people go too far with the surgery though. And that's
some people do. They get carried away. Don't know when to stop because like I say, you're gonna turn out a whole different person from your face to your booties, your breasts, everything is changed and done. You just a whole new person. Sometimes they do go too far. Yeah.
Yeah. She said, but the man with the little thing, though, the man with the little thing, she said she would have an attitude all the time. I know I would have an attitude all the time. Yeah. Coco says the other Coco Hurd says, I know plenty of women who have altered their bodies to feel better about themselves, and nothing wrong with that. But I truly believe speaking with a therapist prior is also needed. Sometimes too much work is just too much. How big does your ass need to be? Like really? And then you got them two little tiny stick legs. When God made ass, he made some thighs to go with it because he needs some. You got to have some faith to hold ass up. you know.
Yes,
They be walking around looking like little ants.
Sean is in the building. He is a super fan of you see some small aesthetics going on down there. You know, Peggy is so proper. She ain't gonna say little dick. She is not gonna say it. She just ain't gonna say it. Not say it. Hi, Rhea. Hey, baby, what's going on with you? But Bran, you know, we got off on the sex thing because your music is so sexy, and you are, and you're so energetic. Tell me about Bran. Where's Bran? Did Bran realize he could sing? What happened?
Well, I guess I didn't realize I could sing. My grandma realized I could sing as a little boy, so she took me. We had we used to go to this church when I was a little boy, and the choirs, you know, back then used to get down. Like, you know, the ones that, you know, they'll disappear in the seats when the choir they're ready to move them, and they marching in and they doing all of that. So I always wanted to join the choir. And then I guess they realized I could sing around the house. They joined the choir, and then I joined the choir. My grandma took me, and that was pretty much it. I didn't really take it serious though until I got to like college. Until I got to college, and then I graduated. I did American Idol. And that did good. I was on top 20 that year. I was on American Idol. And then I just did a few things after that. I did Making the Band and stuff like that and just started to sing. So, you know, music is, you know, me. It's who I am.
And it's been you for a long time. And you know, the choir thing is special. I posted something on my page today, a choir of, you know, little children sing, and they brought it. You know, and there's some superstars in that choir.
Oh yeah.
People don't realize it's like, you know, like especially like, you know, because people always think like, oh, about who like the famous people are now, but it's some stars in your local church like that will put some people that got deals down. Like I know some people that get down, and that's how I'm able to, like, you know, perform and put all of my energy into my performance, because, you know, when you're in a choir, like, you know, you going up against some good singers are singing with some good people. So
yes, you are.
And the choir experience, you can't overlook a choir experience. I grew up in the church. I was in a choir, a few choirs.
Right.
I'm a background singer. I can't take the microphone now. I'm not gonna sing. I can't.
You understand, because you got the ears, the bleeding,
I
and
can
all
carry a tune.
Right.
Oh man, that choir is something else.
It teaches
it's unexplainable. Yes, love the choir.
Love the choir. Ricardo Bragg's in the building. He said, "What up, little bro?"
What's going on, Ricardo? What's going on?
Hey,
yes, for sure. Rhea says she can't do a little nothing. Ricardo, we were talking about penis size there for just a second. I don't know, we got off on a tangent. So when you see people talking about they can't do a little nothing, that's what they're talking about. So what was your first experience taking the stage by yourself to perform as an entertainer?
Well, to perform with a real live band was years ago. I was singing in church at the choir again when I was in school. When I was in college, that's what I used to do. I was still like going to church practice. I found me a choir here and things of that nature. So when what happened was I knew a homegirl in college, and then she was like, "You need to come to this live show with me." There was a show that they used to do in the AKA Lounge. So I went. I went, checked out the show, and then I got up there and I performed. My homegirl was like, "You just need to perform, check it out." So I did it one time and never went back. Like I did it one time and never went back until one of the musicians happened to be the same musician that was playing for my choir at the church at the time, that knew Taisha. And he was like, "I know this girl that's having a show and you need to come and you need to sing this song." And I was like, I ain't got time to sing, because at that point I had stopped singing because I was on American Idol, had got like voted off. So I was like, I ain't singing, I ain't got time for that. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I ended up doing it. And Taisha them gave me a song, Can We Talk? And I used to just go around and sing that all the time.
Yes, you did. And we absolutely loved it. We never got tired of it at all. And so that would inspire you to do your own version of Can We Talk?
Yes, that is what inspired me, because years, like maybe this was over 10 years ago when I first, when Taisha, like when I first started singing with her, over like 10, 11 years ago almost. And yeah, she was basically, they gave me that song, her, and then this guy named David Outing. I know a lot of people know David. David Outing. They was like, you need to do Can We Talk? So that's always what they used to say, and then that's what people know me for. And then people be like, oh, he like the young new Tevin Campbell. And so I was like, it'd be cool if I do my own little fun version of the song, since that's what people know me for. And then I will go, no matter where I will go around the city, they will always say that Can We Talk song. They'll call me, oh, Mr. Can We Talk? So I was like, let's check it out. Let's see what it is. And people have been liking the song. It's been doing really good. So
yes. Now tell everybody where they can find Can We Talk.
You can find all my music on all streaming platforms. It's everywhere. It's Tidal, Amazon, Google, YouTube, iTunes. So go ahead, support your boy. Anywhere you listen to music on your platform, that's where it is. Bran Brewer. All my social media is Bran Brewer. So y'all follow me. Y'all check me out.
Yes, and make sure that you support Bran wherever he is. A lot of times you will be at Thursday Live Vibe, but now what happens, because you live in Atlanta?
Right. So a lot of people don't know, but I moved almost a year ago to Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm in Atlanta here as well. So since the pandemic is now officially over, people are vaccinated, and the live shows are going to be back up. I will be doing live shows here in Atlanta, and I have a few, and I am going to be travel back and forth from time to time and doing, of course, Thursday Live Vibe. You know, that's home base, that's family. I can't not go back and support them and perform.
You got to. When do you plan on being there next?
My next performance will be everybody know I do the me and my friend Brittany D, we do our annual Virgo Bash, the Virgo Bash. So it will be, I believe, August 26th is the confirmed date. So I'll be there. It's going to be my birthday party, my EP release. I also have a hat line coming out and sunglasses. So, you know, I'm trying to do my thing, MS.B. I got a couple of things going on.
Yes. We got to have some merch. Yes, I've seen your hat. Real nice, very nice. So we've got your latest single, Wave,
right?
Show, and then you've got Can We Talk, and are you going to be working on like an album?
I am. My EP is going to be coming out in August around my birthday. My EP is going to be coming out in August, and I actually have 3 singles. I have Can We Talk, I have Grease, and then I have Wave. So those are my 3. And then go ahead and check me out. I'm supposed to be doing a few visuals as well. So my album, my EP is going to be real cool. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good vibe. It's going to be sexy, like you said, MS.B. I think people are going to be surprised because the 3 singles I put out, I kind of wanted to put something out so people will know I know how to kind of like do all kinds of music, like, because it's different. Each 3 singles are totally 3 different sounds. So, but now this particular EP is going to be all new music, new sound, and I'm talking about some things on there. So I think people are really.
You ain't talking about some things. Are you talking about some things?
About some things on there. I'm talking about some things, MS.B.
Oh, I'm scared of you. Yes, I am. Yes. So we have a choice to work with any artist. I won't limit you to one, but maybe give me your top 5 of who you would love to collab with.
I mean, in a perfect world, everybody knows, like, I would say, like, you know, I love Beyonce. I'm an entertainer. I like to dance. So a cool little fun dance, pop R&B track. I would love to do something like that with her. I would love to work with, you know who I would love to work with? I would love to work with Jasmine Sullivan. I would love to work with Jasmine Sullivan, do a cooler
Mm-hmm.
track
Yeah,
with
she
her.
wants the windows out your car
And
though.
yes, 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 yes. And, so I said, B, Jasmine. I would love to work with Usher. Like he's my
Yes.
all-time favorite, Usher.
You're in the right
Usher,
place to do it.
yes, yes, right, right. Usher. Who else? Now this one for my mama. I have to Fantasia. She always says she wants me. If I ever get a chance, she wants me to do a song with Fantasia. And then I would love to work with like Kirk Franklin. Do something gospel. Do like a cool little funky gospel track.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so I'm old school. I like old school. See, I like old school R&B, like mixed with a little bit of new school flavor, like so not all that craziness going on right
Yeah. Well, we love it, and the most wonderful thing about you is your energy, your ability to captivate the room, and you have a very unique quality of being able to I don't know how you say incorporate the audience. You get that audience participation. You don't let people just sit there and watch you do all of the work. You get them. They sing with you. You get them excited. You just bring so much life to the whole room, and
now.
you're all over the place, just all over the
Yeah,
place. You
right.
ain't
It's
scared.
crazy. Yeah, no, it's not. No, and it's crazy because when I first started out, like a few years ago, I used to just always stand there. I used to just always stand there and sing. I used to do real slow songs outside of like Can We Talk? And it's just like my confidence came meeting people and just, being that entertainer. Like, it's just something that I was I don't want to say like something that you born with, but I just have it in me and I love to get the audience in and draw the audience in because if people coming out to have a good time and they want to see some live music, you might think you just want to sit down there, but you want to come, you gonna nod your head. When I hit the stage, I want it to be a full experience, a full party. Like you come in there for at least 2-3 hours, forget about what you've done, what you've went through, and let's just have a good time. Listen to
And
some
just
good
have a
music,
good time.
get you another shot, and I'ma sing them songs, and we finna have a good time.
It's gonna be lit.
Correct, correct,
At the end, you're gonna feel like you got something.
correct, correct. And it's all about inviting the audience into the party with you. It's no fun if I'm just having a good time. No, I'm gonna make you have a good time. Put that phone down. You know me, I'll walk up on you,
Right
make you
up
put
on
that
you.
phone down, and come sit at your table and sing. I do all kind of stuff.
All kind of stuff, and we absolutely love it. We absolutely love it. So make sure you follow Bran, Bran Brewer, Brewer on all social media platforms. His music is available on all streaming platforms, and follow a brother, download his music, play it, enjoy it. That's what we're about, encouraging the support for our independent artists because it ain't easy.
It ain't. And it's not cheap either when you want good quality content and good quality work. So, follow me, support, make sure y'all stream my music. Us brown people, we got to stick together.
We
can
sure do.
all make each other rich if we support and pour into each other.
Because there's plenty for everybody.
Correct.
There's enough of everything for everybody.
Correct.
For everybody. Correct. Well, we're so glad that you shared that with us. We're going to transition now into our topic of the evening. And the topic question was, can a woman become a new virgin? Or man for that matter. But, in this case, we're talking about women because, that's who we talk about being virgins. And the topic came about because of another very popular and sometimes controversial talk host who is on YouTube and other social media platforms. He was talking with the women. Women call him in, okay? Women call into his show to talk to him and get advice, okay? I'm convinced that
I know who you're talking.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, right? So Ricardo said, once the cherry is popped, the cherry is popped. It's a done deal on that cherry. All right, so we already figured out what you think about it, Ricardo. But what she was saying is that she was 37 years old. She has 2 children. She had been married, but she was not a virgin when she got married. Now, as a result of the life experience, she's decided that she's going to withhold sex from anybody. She's gonna be celibate until she gets married. That means even when she meets a man and they begin to date, you're going to have to go through the whole process and decide that you want to marry her without ever being sexually intimate with her, because she's going to hold off on that until marriage. And his response to her was, that old beat up thing, you need to be away. He said, it's used. And you want to have a man treat you like it's not used, but it's used.
And so is his penis. And to that, I say, we're not talking about becoming a new version. We're talking version, a new version of ourselves. We are not saying, we all know that you can't become a version once you, like he said, once it's popped, it's popped. We're not talking that. We all know that. Let's establish that. But a new version of herself, I feel she have every right to go back and do exactly what she's doing, because a man's is used as well. Once he uses it one time, it's used. He can't go back either. So she's setting new standard for herself. And I think a woman have the right to do that at any point in the process in their life. If they want to begin to withhold their vagina from whoever it is until they deem that they're worthy and marriage material or want to marry her, I'm all for it. Go ahead and do it. Because like you say, otherwise you're just going to be running through folks. You're just going to be running through man after man after man after man. So yeah, I feel like you can't be a new version of yourself.
Okay, so it's a matter of semantics, and I like your play on words. I like the new version as the new version
of yourself. Yes, because we know we can't go back and be a version again.
And and I think that's what the buddy was pretty much saying. Like, you can't go back and be a virgin, but if you're trying to be celibate and you on a spiritual journey and you've been hurt, because I know I got some homegirls, they be like, friend, I think I'm gonna go celibate because I'm tired. Like, you know what I'm saying? So cool, take your time, do what you need to do, but you can't be upset and be mad when the man don't want to stay. That's the thing. If you giving him that option and you telling him, hey, I'm a new version of myself, this is me, you gotta marry me to get a little piece, and he say, well, I'm too grown for that, so we just could be friends, let's kick it.
And that's okay. That's right. That's a chance you're gonna take.
Okay.
Yeah, hit the highway and keep moving, because that's not what I'm looking for. And he said, Ray, he said the topic did not say version, and he's absolutely right. We didn't say version, we said version. That's why I brought in the clarification. Well, that's to draw people into the conversation, because we know you can't be a new version. But it's a word play. It's a play on words. So now that you know it's a play on words, what's your take on it?
And there you go. Let's see. You can't sell a used car as brand new.
Well, technically they do, but technically some of them do all the time.
Yeah, well, you know what?
We just talked about getting bodies done and all of that, so that's a tune-up. If you get a tune-up on that, they might not want to give you none, period, anyway. And I have certain people think that once this new body is done, you ain't never really. We didn't have sex because you had sex with the old body. That was the old me. So
a whole new body.
Right, this a new body.
This thing done got all tuned up and fixed up and cleaned up and out. Yes, it's yeah. Come on, rebuild.
Yeah, come on.
Rebuilt title.
Yeah, you're on something else tonight. I'm telling you, you're something else tonight. But yeah, so that's what he told me. He said, you need to be giving that thing away. Come on now, because your value has changed. But when you're a new version, is your value different? How much do men value a woman being a virgin?
That can keep herself chaste, right? Is that important? That a woman is not running around out there?
I think that virgin thing is only important to like younger men, like older men, like 25 plus. We really don't want no virgin. We want like somebody that know what they doing around the bedroom. We don't want to have to teach, and have to do all of that and not having to deal with the oohs and the ouches and the stops and the uh-uhs and the no. We need somebody that's just able to split on that thing and do that thing.
And spin around on it.
Right. So I think that's like a more so like a young dude thing, because I think like all of my older homeboys and men that are like 25 plus that I know, they not interested in no virgin.
Well, like I said,
they're really interested in the freak. Now, if you've been around the block a few times, them the ones that they looking for.
Well, once you get around the block, that's like riding a bicycle. You don't forget. You still know how to do all those tricks. You still can hang from the chandelier. That's not saying you forgot everything that you learned while you was out there sexing and having a great time in relationships, jumping in and out of bed, as they say. You don't forget that knowledge. That's skills. That's a mindset, a skill set. So you're not losing that.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
No, I don't think so. I beg to differ. I think once you jump on, you can do what you're supposed to do with it.
I know that's right. This thing.
But that old leg might not stretch as far, though. It might not go as far. But you won't be able to do it. Oh my God, y'all are too much. Ricardo says, I don't want to hear stop. I don't want to hear no. And I don't want to hear don't. I don't want to hear no. Don't stop. He don't want to hear none of that. Shut up with that. Shut up with that.
You won't get none of that, I'm sure.
Like, yeah.
Listen, she may be able to teach you a few tricks, okay? So
that's
don't
sleep
on it. Yeah.
That's
true. Well, what I would have loved to, this particular talk show host, he is so busy breaking women down, he never goes to the other side. And the other side, I would have loved to have asked her is, so what are you doing in the meantime? Like, you might not be having sex, but are you talking about sex? Are you talking about what you like? Are you talking about what you would do? Do you let him see it?
And see, that's what I'm saying too, because say for instance, if you're saying, does that mean no sex at all? Or does oral sex come into play? You know what I'm saying? Are they hunching? Like, is you doing something to stimulate your partner? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or is it just cold turkey, no sex at all?
I don't know.
Some people say, well, I could be celibate long as there's no penetration. Like, oral sex doesn't count.
Oh, but and people hold on to that as they got some of these young girls thinking that if they have anal sex or oral sex, still virgins. No, honey, you're a nasty freak whore, and you are not.
Oh gosh!
Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that trick. No. A virgin is a virgin. We know what that is. And so, but I'm wondering, would a man want to marry a woman who, it says, hey, you can't have none until then. And do you respect that?
I think so. I think there are a few men out there that wouldn't mind waiting, but see, that goes back to being equally yoked and spiritually together and on the same page and on the same walk. See, when we date, we have to make sure that we are only dating people that's on that same wavelength or same frequency. See, but what happens is a lot of people date, and then because you are infatuated with that person or like that person, you think, oh, well, a few months they'll think the way I think. And it's not the case. Like, I'm thinking how I'm going to think. So if they don't want to hold off on their sex, you need to drop them on their first date if that's not what want.
Yes. I love. Bran, you could you could do your own motivational your own motivational show on that. But because it's true, you're going to connect in a lot of different ways. But we kind of took offense to him, saying that to her, that, your value is low. And he plays on that a lot, on saying, what's valuable and what's valuable to people, and what's valuable to man, to men differ from one man to the next. And, to say that your value is low because you had children is not good.
Oh, I know. I mean, I'm sorry. I said, but and what he don't think is valuable may be valuable to the next man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just not the person she need to be with. And yeah, I do see he do have a habit of, like, tearing women down, which is so crazy to me.
Oh, it seems like anything she says that she's trying to do that's positive, he's gonna make sure he put a negative spin on it. I don't see anything wrong with a woman changing her ways and deciding that, hey, just for the asking, baby, you're not getting this.
Right.
Just because you spending $2 on a Happy Meal or taking me out to the finest restaurant does not entitle you to anything. It's
Right.
more to that than this. So, like I said, if you want to call it, we can't say a version, but we can say a better version of myself or whatever the case may be. Why not look at it as a positive spin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't.
But he's not going to do that. And you know what? Honestly, that's why we started the show, because we, that was our motivation, that somebody needs to put a positive spin on it. And if you get to a point where you realize, if you keep doing what you've been doing, that you're going to keep getting the same results, so you make a change. So she makes a conscientious decision to change the way she's been operating, because she wants a different outcome. And now you're going to say, well, your value is lower, so you need to be lower. You need to behave in in what you feel is not, suitable to you anymore. Just because, some man, wants to test out the coochie. Ricardo is so nasty, and that's why I love him. He said, I need to know what that mouth do. Get Ricardo, go to your room.
He basically saying, like, as long as it ain't no penetration, he good. He could stay up in that thing until they marry. So, hey,
he'll hang around till he get all the goods.
Right,
go to your room, Ricardo.
You gotta keep something. Yeah, something happening, I guess he say.
Willie Starr from the Lone Star State, he says, if we're over 55, no one is waiting for you to keep it. Now, he makes a very good, interesting point.
I was just going to ask you, right.
What's the point?
Tell him, Bran.
I was going to say, is there like an age limit on it? Can you put as far as to say, like, can you be too old to go back to celibacy or to be?
Of course not. I don't think you can I wouldn't say you could put an age limit on it.
Cause you know, a lot of people think, okay, well, we grown now. You know, your kid, like you grown, your kid's 35 and 40. Like, you know,
I know what expired.
Come on, Miss Myrtle. Like, we ain't gotta wait, baby.
You know what? Listen, let me say this. The lady coochie always work. As long as she living, that coochie working, okay? It's the man whose penis stopped working at a certain age and time in life.
Correct.
So he's the one that's gonna have a limit.
Correct. That's why Mr. Whitney say, oh, 55 plus, you already know it's the blue pill. You already know it's about a good hour and a half you got with this thing. So you want us to wait? You want us to wait on that thing for a year or two for you to get married. Then by the time we get married, honeymoon night, that thing might not jump up. Then what we gonna do?
That's what I'm talking about. You better get the walking right. You know you don't have much time.
Right. So I guess I feel it because a lot of older men is like nah, they probably not gonna wait on that. But that's why you got to get with somebody that you know is on that same frequency and wavelength, because it ain't gonna work. People ain't gonna wait. I don't think.
I think
like, you know, me personally, I don't know. I don't want to wait. I know that's the right thing to do. I ain't telling everybody to do what I do, but I don't want to wait. I wants to see what
you're a young man. You're a young man, baby.
You see, I wants to see what's going on. It's just like, can I smell it? Can I just make sure it's good some kind of way?
And you got to think too, you got to be with a strong-willed person to even do that, both, because if that's something that you're making in a decision, because it's temptation walking to the corner store. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you have to be strong, and that person that you with, that you want to wait for you to marry, you got to make sure they strong too. Because just because you ain't pushing it out don't mean LaQuisha at the corner store ain't.
Yeah, but go with it.
You know, a lot of people will go, but you know, that's what they do. They'll keep LaQuisha around the block and to make it, and then still come and play house and do their thing.
Until you're ready, and then they'll marry you. And LaQuisha will still be on the side. Ray Marine says, exactly, homie. I don't have time for the delay game. He says, but he also values himself, and it's not one-sided. His package is precious also.
Exactly.
So how does he as a man value himself and not pushing it out on every woman for the asking? Because that's what we saying the women are trying to do. They're trying to value themselves. They're trying to say, hey, this is not for everybody. Anybody, just because we dating or go out on a date once or twice doesn't mean that you're gonna get this package, boo. So tell me the difference with what he's saying with what the young lady was saying.
I know a few of my homeboys how they say, because they feel like, I had a little discussion, and they feel like, hey, all these women, all they want us for is to, like, you know, financial stability, protection. So, you know, hey, it is. So they feel like, you know, if I'm dishing out all this money, you need your hair done, your nails done, your this and that. Of course, it's not equivalent to your box, of course, to the coochie, of course not. But you know, they feel like, hey, well, what am I here for? How am I doing all of this and you still ain't putting out? Like, now we as men feeling used. So now you doing all this, we doing all this, and you ain't dishing out. You ain't giving us. You ain't even letting me smell that thing.
Take a peek at it.
But you keep saying, like, you know, oh, well, just because you do this, just because you do that, don't give you the obligation. But just because I have money don't mean I got to pay your bills. Or just because I want to take you out or go hang out don't mean I have to fit the bill. We could go Dutch. I got a homeboy right now. I talk to him all the time. I don't believe in this. But any girl he take out, they always go Dutch. He don't never pay until after like the first 3 months. Because he feels like, you know, since you feel like y'all don't want to put out, you want to do this, you want to do that, then hey, we need to kick your ass friends until we establish what's going on. So, you know, you pay your bill, I pay my bill. I don't think that's right. And I try to tell him, like, look, bro, that's like, you need to go ahead and pay a little bill or two, maybe like the third date have go Dutch. But yeah, he ain't having. He say first date, y'all meeting at the bar, separate checks. So how y'all feel about that? Because
hey, you know, that's what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
They she'll care.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. If that's how you want to roll, I can roll that way. And a woman got to have her money in her pocket anyway. You can't depend on a man to pay the check. So don't go with the intentions that he is unless you establish it ahead of time. Like I said, gentlemen and men of our age and men that we want to date already have a mindset that, you know, going out on a date with a woman is, of course, for the first time is the proper thing to do.
Correct. I agree with you.
You know, and you can't, getting hair done, nails done, toes done, and all that. I'm dealing with a similar situation. They do a lot of things and want to say they doing this for you, and hey, because you're doing this and doing that, and you're doing 6 and 7 other things wrong, don't still entitle you to get this box. If that's what we're gonna call it, this purse. You still, because you're spending your money, it still really does not give you entitlement. You are still not entitled to get this purse just because you say you spending your money. Keep your money in your pocket, and let's move on. Let's figure this thing out. But like I said, that one has nothing to do with the other one, I don't think.
No, for a long time though, you know, that was the thing. And I think when you go Dutch, you know, you're dating somebody, that's a good way to just get to know each other as friends, and you keep it like that. And now I know you're not expecting anything from me. You know, but you know, traditionally, you know, if a man takes a woman out a few times, then he's going to be looking to, you know, to be reciprocated for that. He's doing it with the intention of getting to know you well enough that you eventually give him some. And so he knows he has to put out some money, but your friend and his approach is a good, interesting way to go. Now, there's some women who he'll never get because they're not going to play the game.
Right, exactly. I tell them that all the time too.
And you know what? That's good. Those are the ones you want to eliminate. Sean says, we got 25 summers left. We need to stop playing.
And 25 is a lot. You know, that's not for certain. Yeah.
You know, I have our financial celibacy.
See, Ricardo, I thought I told you to go to your room.
Financial celibacy. That's fine. Go ahead on. Because like I said, we got independent women right now. I mean, women doing their own thing. They carrying their own load. They're not looking for men to take care of them. They doing their own thing. So your money is not a factor in this. So keep your money, big money, little money, whatever kind of money you got. If that's your end results, because you're going to spend a few coins, you're going to expect to get in the box, then keep your little money and move on to the next. Go buy you some, in other words, because that's what it sounds like. That's what they expect. And then they want to say, oh, you some chicks, you can buy them a Happy Meal. You take them out to dinner one time and they throwing up the legs. So which way y'all want it? Y'all want them to be quick and throwing up the legs, or you want to respect a woman that, you know, that's have some morals and values and standards, and that's a better version of herself that's not so quick to throw up the legs just because you went on a few dates.
Yeah, no, you ain't got to be quick. But you know, they don't want to wait no 2 and 3 years now, Miss Peggy.
And we're not talking about 3 years, because it doesn't take that long to get married and engaged and get married. A lot of people doing it within a couple of months. Sure. But about a year's time I think it's probably a good time to get to know somebody and decide whether or not that's the person for you, because many people have done it in much less time than that.
Right.
So a year investment in a person, and I don't think it's asking too much.
No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not.
It's not asking too much, but I can't do it. So I ain't gonna put that pressure.
So that's what I was gonna say. You be with a man that say, you know what, I'm not having sex right now, and I ain't financially got it. Could you be with him, Miss Peggy? How, Miss Peggy, could you be with him?
Say that again now.
I say, if the man say, you know, he's celibate, he ain't having sex right now, and he ain't spending no money right now, but he want to get to know you. Can he get to know you?
Yeah, he can get to know me. I don't mind you getting to know me. That's what it's all about. Get to know me. Exactly. Okay. Put a little money in your pocket and get to know who I am. Spend some time with me. Yeah. Let me see what make you mad. Let me see how you act when you get mad. Let me see some things. Then that's what I want to see. without feeling pressured or obligated because you spending some money on me that I gotta throw my legs up to keep you around. That can't keep you around, because after you get together, that's not gonna keep you down. That's not gonna hold you. That's not gonna be the thing to hold you down anyway. So we talked about that too. So
let's see what the folks have to say. Ray Marine says, I never said that this applies to all women. If we establish a relationship, then we're on a different level. And I'm a little bit behind. He was talking about things that we were talking about before.
okay.
And then Ricardo says, Ricardo. He going deep sea diving.
Which means he ain't waiting.
Ricardo, where your woman at tonight? Yes, he unleashed. Ricardo is unleashed.
What does it take to get in the box before you get married? What's the requirements for getting some before marriage?
I mean, I don't think there's a requirement if you done made a decision not to have sex before marriage. There is nothing you probably, to a strong-minded person, there ain't nothing you could really do. If that's something they done made up and hopefully a vow to God that, hopefully ain't nothing you can do.
Right.
Stay the course, sir. Stay the course and call the wedding planner. That's what you do. Ray says a lot of women are so caught up with this independent train, but they are single, lonely, and then they end up dying independent and by themselves.
And that's quite all right for very many women. I came into this world by myself, and I'm probably going to leave this world by myself. And I'm quite all right.
Everybody want that little someone to love and
if you can, like I say, it's not about just like they don't want it to be about the sex. I mean, about the money. It shouldn't be about the sex. It's about getting to know each other and establishing a bond and building a relationship and a foundation with somebody to move forward together into a life together. So men don't want us talking about their money. So women making their own money. So in other words, like, come on, you can't have it always.
But do you think that women have become too independent?
No, I don't. I don't think women can ever be too independent. How can anyone say a woman can become too independent?
Because you have some of these women that just don't need a man for anything. Like
no, because they get these strong mindsets that they don't. Some of these women, like I say, they're not on a feminine woman level. They want to be manly. They want to be independent, strong, manly, and do it all themselves and don't need a man for nothing and all that kind of kit. You know what I'm saying? Certain people have different mindsets. Yeah.
Yeah. But
like I said, a lot of them would love to have a man, want a man, would love to have a man, but that just because they're independent should not take away from them wanting to have a strong man in their life.
Well, sometimes, they could be stronger than the man.
And a lot of times that's the case.
And that becomes a problem because it's kind of like, you ain't letting me be a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we as people don't know how to like dial it down and kind of play our roles. Like, yeah, I know you're independent, but you ain't got to be the CEO in this household. Like, you know what I'm saying? Leave that at the door. Like, I ain't got to be your secretary in here. Like, and you have some women that's like that. Yeah, you got some women that that's taking out the trash and changing tires. Let me handle that. Nah, I got it.
Yeah, and that runs a man off. You do have to, men want the opposite. They want the softness. They want the femininity, and they want the opportunity to be a man. Ray says it is not human nature to be alone. Women may rationalize that it's fine to be alone, but deep down inside, that's BS. And I get that.
I disagree with that. It's not bullshit because I'm one of those women. I'd rather be alone than to be with a man that's full of bullshit and that's gonna bring you games and play. Have his foot in this door over here and his foot straddling the fence with 2 or 3 different other women while you pretending to be committed to me. Right. That's the bullshit.
Right.
And women are not.
That's the real bullshit.
Yeah, that's the bullshit. So being alone is not a problem. The issue is being with a man that's going to put in and get out what you're putting in, what you're giving out. That's going to match your energy. That's going to match your loyalty and your honesty and whatever it is you're looking for in a relationship. So it's not bullshit to be alone, because having a piece of man ain't better than having no man at all. So give me no man at all if I'm not going to have a real man. If he's not going to be strong, if he's not going to know how to take the lead, if he can't show me that he can lead, then he don't need to be in that position or that role in my life as my man. Because I do need a strong man in my life.
Right. And you can't submit to somebody who is not a leader. Right.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. I feel like y'all but see, also too, like when you meet that person, then that's when you gonna know, like, you comfortable with being alone and cool right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But once you meet yo Boaz, that person you gonna be with, you ain't gonna never want to be alone, because your mindset gonna change. You comfortable right now because you done been through the BS. You done dealt with all of that. But once you meet that one smooth brother that come through, to knock that shortcut flat, Miss Peggy, it's gonna be a whole different mindset. You know,
you better walk through.
You're gonna be like, I can't see how to be alone. That's gonna be your whole changing tune. So it is what we all think, and we program, like, you know, because of our experiences, like, you know, shit, I'm cool, I'm comfortable being by myself, not to be dealing with that, which is cool because we know how to comfortably be by ourselves. But once we meet that person, it's gonna totally change. It's gonna totally change and be like, okay, you know what? I don't want to be alone. Shit, I want to see what you gonna be like. I want to see what Big D doing over there. You know, Miss Peggy might log on to Raw Talk a little late, cause you all in love. Like, you wait on it, Miss Peggy. Watch.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to walk through. Come on through. That's right.
And Peggy and Ray have come full circle now and are in agreement with each other. He says exactly, you know, that's what I'm saying. And you know, and we have to be careful with the marketing and the language that we're using. I hear a lot of younger women talking about being alpha women. You are not an alpha woman. You are a woman. You know, like, you are independent and capable of doing a lot of things, but you're not alpha. The male is alpha. You know, right. and we're the feminine connection, and you know, walking around talking like a man and acting like a man is not sexy. It's not attractive.
He said he with him, not me.
Yeah, he was agreeing with you. Okay. Ray said, "Let me make that clear, Miss B. I'm agreeing with.
That's okay. That's quite all right.
Yeah. And that's fine, because that's what we're here for, and that's what it's all about. So I think in conclusion, we can say you'll never be a new virgin, but you can certainly be a new version of yourself, and determine how you want to go forward from there. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, you know, with that in mind, we want to say thank you, Bran, so much for joining us tonight. You are just as fun and exciting, you know, on a talk show as you are on stage.
Appreciate it.
Well, you gotta let us know where you're going to be performing again, because I would like to come out and see you. Sure.
Yes, August 26th at the Dream Center, Thursday at Dream City, Thursday Live Vibe. At the Dream Center, I will be there.
Yes, and that's in Orlando. That's in Orlando, Florida. And when you ready to perform in Atlanta, you know, make sure you tag me so that I can post that and let you know, because we got family up here now. Y'all keep sneaking up here on me every time I turn around, you know, and so that we can have your Atlanta family come out and see you. Make sure you follow Bran Brewer, BranBrewer, Bran Brewer, on all social media platforms. You can find him just like that. Yes, and all streaming services. Go and download his music, listen to it, make it part of your playlist, and support and have a time. Okay, can we do that?
Yes, yes,
For
yes.
sure.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, we appreciate you too. It was a pleasure being with you. We want to thank everybody for being in the virtual building with us tonight. We certainly appreciate you for being here. So you know, go and do something special. We had a good time with you tonight. Have a good night. Don't forget.